Did you know that not all aquarium fish need warm water? The range might be a little more limited, but there are many fascinating species that you can keep in an unheated tank. In this video, I'll introduce 20 great coldwater fish you can keep in your aquarium. I'll also share tips on keeping their water cool and other important information about their care. But before going to our list of best coldwater fish, let's first learn what are coldwater fish. Coldwater fish. As the name suggests, coldwater fish are fish that thrive in colder water temperatures. In fact, many true coldwater fish cannot survive in the warm water that we keep tropical fish in most of the time. Fish kept in cold aquariums may tolerate temperatures as low as 70 degrees Fahrenheit. They are species from the subtropical and temperate parts of the world where the water isn't always warm. Unlike most tropical fish, coldwater fish do not need a heater to survive in the home aquarium. These fish are at home in the same temperatures that most people are, so the natural room temperature of your home is usually acceptable for them. I hope you now understand what coldwater fish are and what water temperature they can thrive in. So let's go back to our list of the best coldwater fish and learn some facts and new information about them. Now that you know what a coldwater fish is, it's time to get to know some of the best species for your aquarium. I'll list some essential stats for each species, so you can make sure you're making the right choice. So let's meet them now. In the first position, let's learn about Japanese rice fish. For cold water tanks, the Japanese rice fish, often known as the Medaka fish, is a great cold water species. They get their name because they are often found living wild in rice paddies. The wild type is not the most colorful fish, but they are fantastic to watch. A golden variety and some genetically modified glowing varieties have also been developed if you're looking for more color. These tiny schooling fish will be happiest if kept in group of 8 or more. In the second position, let's learn about Bloodfin Tetras. The Bloodfin Tetra is a great schooling fish for unheated aquariums. Their blood-red fins give these silvery fish a striking look in the aquarium. They are very hardy fish adaptable to a wide range of water temperatures. You don't have to worry if it gets a little warmer than usual. These long-lived tetras regularly survive for over 5 years, especially if kept in group of 6 fish or more. Now let's talk about white cloud mountain minnows. White cloud mountain minnows are one of the best coldwater fish in the aquarium hobby. These schooling fish get their name from the White Cloud Mountain in China, where they can be found living wild. These peaceful fish are available in some excellent varieties, including gold and long fin types. They prefer cooler water temperatures and are easy to care for. The White Cloud Mountain Minnow is also an excellent choice for a community tank if kept with other peaceful fish. After white mountain minnows, now let's talk about Panda Cory. Panda Cory get their name from their bold black and white markings and black eye stripe. These adorable catfish are excellent for cold water aquariums, even though commercially bred individuals are less fussy about water temperatures than wild-caught fish. Panda Cory catfish are peaceful and social bottom feeders who will be most confident in a school of 6 or more. After Panda Cory, now let's learn about guppies. Guppies are one of the most popular pet fish on the planet. They are adaptable and do just as well as cold water fish in a community tank with tropical fish. These peaceful fish have been bred to display a fantastic variety of colors. Guppies are livebearers, which means they give birth to young fries instead of laying eggs. If you don't want these fish to reproduce in your tank, then my advice is to retain only one sex. After guppies, now let's talk about Endler's livebearer, one of the most beautiful fish in the hobby. Endler's livebearers are another excellent species for cold water aquariums. These tiny fish look very similar to guppies, but stay much smaller at under 2 inches in length. They are not cold water fish specifically, but they are very hardy and will do great in an unheated tank in a warm home. Endlers grow to be about 1 to 2 inches at their absolute biggest. They have slim bodies with round stomachs and rounded tails. These fish display sexual dimorphism like regular guppies, which makes the males easy to identify from the females. After Endler's livebearer, now let's talk about bristle-nosed plecos. Bristle-nose plecos are an unusual fish that is very useful for eating algae. Most people assume these fish can only be kept in tropical aquariums, but they are comfortable in most unheated aquariums. Many fish keepers have even managed to keep them with goldfish. Bristle-nose plecos are vegetarian fish that need plenty of driftwood to graze on. They are such efficient algae eaters that you'll need to supplement their diet with spirulina wafers and veggies to keep them well fed. After bristle-nose plecos, now let's learn about Dojo Loach. The Dojo Loach is a great coldwater fish species for larger aquariums. Some fish keepers keep these interesting loach fish even in outdoor ponds. The Dojo Loach is also known as the weather loach because they become more active when they feel change in barometric pressure. These exciting fish can reach up to 12 inches in length, so they should be kept in a freshwater aquarium with at least 55 gallons. Rosy Barb is the next fish on our list, so let's learn more about Rosy Barbs. Rosy Barbs are another great species for unheated tanks. These beautiful fish have large, highly reflective scales and come in unique varieties like the long fins and neons. They are social cyprinids that like to swim in larger schools, so pick up a group of 10 or more if possible. These schooling fish are easy to care for, but not the best for planted tanks because they tend to nibble on leaves. After Rosy Barbs, now let's learn about gold barbs, which are the most attractive fish on this list. Gold barbs are excellent for cold water tanks with lower water temperatures. These social fish, also known as the Chinese barb fish, should be kept in a school of at least 8. Although wild gold barbs are greenish, the fish in the aquarium trade have been bred to have a unique golden body color with dark blotches and reddish eyes and fins. Gold barbs are schooling fish and should be kept in groups of at least a half dozen or more. After gold barbs, now let's talk about axolotls. Axolotls are only for those who are ready for a long-term commitment. If cared for properly, these critters will bless you with up to 15 years of cuteness. The axolotls are also the Mexican walking fish, but did you know that these fantastic animals are not fish? Axolotls are amphibians, just like frogs and salamanders. Axolotls spend their whole lives underwater and do best when kept on their own. This is because they tend to eat nano-fish or even each other. They need calm water and are more active in low lighting because they are nocturnal. Now let's learn about fancy goldfish, our next coldwater fish on this list. Goldfish are more than just feeder fish. The fancy goldfish is one of the best cold water fish and one of the most popular pets in the world. These fish are available in many different breeds, including fantastic fish like orandas, rankus, and bubble eyes. Fancy goldfish can reach over 8 inches in length and need a larger tank than you might think, so don't be tempted to set them up in a goldfish bowl from your local fish store. After fancy goldfish, now let's talk about sunset Variatus. The sunset Variatus are one of the farm-raised morphs, initially found in southern Mexico. The sunset Variatus are another excellent little livebearer for a cold water tank. This morph has fantastic red and yellow colors, just like the sky at sunset. Sunset Variatus prefer higher pH water conditions, just like many other livebearers. After sunset Variatus, now let's learn about celestial pearls. The celestial pearl Danio is an excellent fish species that looks amazing in a heavily planted tank. These fish are also known as galaxy rasporas. They are pretty timid fish that prefer cooler water temperatures. Celestial pearl Danios can be kept with other fish, provided their tank mates are peaceful and stay small. After celestial pearl Danios, now let's talk about zebra Danios. The zebra Danio is another great cold water fish that is underrated in the aquarium hobby. Zebra Danios are peaceful and hardy fish that are easy to care for. Zebra Danios are fast in swimming and are active Danios that are amazing in community tanks. So zebra Danios are the best fish for cold water setup. After zebra Danios, let's talk about paradise fish. The paradise fish is also known as the paradise gourami or the Chinese fighting fish. These beautiful fish are related to betta fish and have all the colors of a tropical species, but are happy in an unheated tank. Paradise fish are known to be aggressive fish and do their best in a species-only tank. Keep a single male and 2 or more females if you plan on keeping the group of these feisty fish. Mosquito fish is the next fish on our list, so let's learn more about these fish. The mosquito fish is a small species usually kept outdoors in ponds as mosquito larva control. They can make a fascinating cold water pet fish, however. One thing to note is that mosquito fish can be pretty aggressive and are known to nip the fins of their tank mates. They are very hardy fish and make an exciting choice for an unheated small tank. Now let's talk about Asian stone catfish. The Asian stone catfish is a unique little nocturnal fish for unheated aquariums. They are not super active fish and make an excellent choice for a cold water tank. The Asian stone catfish can also be kept in a community tank as long as its tank mates are also small and peaceful. Feeding them at night is recommended because they are clumsy, and the other fish can easily outcompete them for slow sinking food like frozen brine shrimp. After Asian stone catfish, now let's learn about Rosy Red Minnows. Rosy Red Minnows are more often used as bait and feeder fish than kept as pets. That's a shame because they are great-looking fish perfect for cold water tanks. Rosy Red Minnows can be kept in a vast range of water temperatures and are even suitable for ponds outdoors. Now let's talk about our last fish on this list, which is Pygmy Sunfish. The Pygmy Sunfish is a cute little fish native to the southeastern United States. The breeding males have stunning varicolored blue and black colors. Pygmy sunfish are not usually seen in fish stores, although they do great in unheated aquariums. Cold water aquarium fish are underrated in the hobby. Many of them are super easy to care for and make excellent pets. If you're looking to start up a new tank, maybe you should think about ditching the heater and stocking some of the fish on this list. What's your favorite cold water fish species from this list? Let us know through your comment. Choosing the right fish for your aquarium can be a little daunting at first, but if you choose from this list, you'll have nothing to worry about. Just remember to take your time, do your research, and have fun. So I hope this video helped you a lot. If you like this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we discuss all the aquarium-related topics and help you guys thrive in the aquarium hobby. Thanks for watching this video. And if you want to add freshwater fish to your 10-gallon tank, you can watch the video popping on your screen.